Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a subject that often goes unnoticed but can profoundly affect our lives: the experience of a woman who feels isolated, a woman with no friends. We live in a world where connections are made at the click of a button, yet the depth of friendship is becoming increasingly scarce. A woman without friends navigates life in solitude, facing challenges that may seem insurmountable. She carries the weight of loneliness, often believing that she must fight her battles alone. But let me tell you this: you are not alone, and you don't have to walk this journey by yourself. Friendship is not just a luxury, it is a necessity. It's the support system that uplifts us during our darkest moments. It's the laughter shared over coffee, the late night talks, and the encouragement that helps us rise when we stumble. But what happens when a woman finds herself friendless? Connection is a fundamental part of the human experience. It's the invisible thread that weaves us together, binding us through shared laughter, tears, and moments of vulnerability. When we talk about the power of connection, we're not just referring to social networks or surface-level interactions. We're speaking about the deep, meaningful relationships that enrich our lives and help us navigate the storms we face. Imagine walking through life feeling isolated, as if you're watching a vibrant movie from a distance, unable to step inside. That's the reality for many women who find themselves without friends. They might be surrounded by people, yet they feel an emptiness that gnaws at their spirit. This feeling of disconnection can manifest in various ways, affecting mental health, self-esteem, and overall well-being. It's crucial to recognize that connection is not merely a want, it's a need, a lifeline in times of struggle. When we connect with others, we share our stories, our experiences, and our dreams. It's in these exchanges that we find empathy and understanding, realizing that we are not alone in our struggles. There's a profound strength that comes from knowing that someone else has walked a similar path. This shared experience creates a safe space where we can be ourselves, free from judgment, and where our vulnerabilities can transform into powerful bonds. Moreover, connection fosters growth. When you surround yourself with people who challenge you, who support your ambitions, and who believe in your potential, you begin to see the world through a different lens. These relationships act as mirrors, reflecting our best selves back to us and urging us to rise to our fullest potential. When we lift each other up, we create an environment where everyone thrives. But it's not just about what we gain, it's also about what we give. Every connection we make is an opportunity to share our strengths, to offer support, and to be a beacon of hope for someone else. When we reach out to others, we're not only transforming our lives, but also enriching theirs. In this way, the power of connection becomes a two-way street where both parties benefit, grow, and flourish. So take a moment to consider the relationships in your life. Are they nurturing you? Are they inspiring you to be better? If you find that you're lacking meaningful connections, know that it's never too late to seek them out. Open yourself up to new experiences, reach out to those who resonate with your values, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Remember, it takes courage to connect, but the rewards are immeasurable. Ultimately, the power of connection lies in its ability to transform lives. It has the potential to turn loneliness into camaraderie, despair into hope, and isolation into a sense of belonging. So embrace the power of connection with open arms. It's the very essence of what it means to be human, and it's the key to living a fulfilled and enriched life. Isolation is a silent thief creeping into our lives and robbing us of joy, connection, and purpose. It often begins subtly, perhaps with a busy schedule or a series of life changes that make it challenging to maintain friendships. But over time, this isolation can grow into a chasm that feels insurmountable, leaving us feeling trapped in our own thoughts and emotions. When we are isolated, we are cut off from the very support systems that help us navigate life's challenges. It's easy to dismiss the importance of companionship until we find ourselves facing difficulties alone. The reality is that when you're isolated, you often wrestle with negative thoughts that spiral out of control. Without someone to share your burdens with, those thoughts can fester, leading to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression. It can distort our perception of reality, making us feel as if we are less than what we truly are. The danger of isolation also lies in its ability to amplify our fears. When we're alone, we have no one to challenge our negative self-talk or help us gain perspective. We may begin to believe that we are unworthy of love and companionship, that we're destined to be alone. This mindset can create a vicious cycle where we withdraw even further, reinforcing our sense of isolation and despair. Moreover, isolation stunts our personal growth. Life is a journey of learning and evolution, and the connections we make with others play a critical role in that journey. Through our interactions, we gain new insights, challenge our beliefs, and discover strengths we didn't know we had. But when we isolate ourselves, we miss out on these invaluable lessons. We become stagnant, unable to push beyond our comfort zones, and we risk losing touch with who we are and who we aspire to be. Isolation also deprives us of the simple joys of life, the laughter shared over dinner, the comforting presence of a friend during tough times, the encouragement from those who believe in us. These moments are the fabric of our existence, and without them, life can feel dull and monotonous. We start to exist rather than truly live, and that's a dangerous place to be. It's essential to recognize that seeking connection takes vulnerability. It requires courage to reach out, to open our hearts, and to let others in. But the alternative, remaining in isolation, can be far more painful. It's a risk worth taking because on the other side of that fear lies the potential for genuine connection, support, and growth. The journey out of isolation is not always easy, but it begins with a single step. Whether it's joining a local group, reaching out to an old friend, or simply starting conversations with those around you, every effort counts. It's about creating opportunities for connection and allowing others to support you. Remember, you are not alone in your struggles, and there are countless others out there yearning for connection just like you. Life is too short to go it alone. Embrace the beauty of human relationships and recognize that every connection, no matter how small, can light up the darkest of paths. Step out of the shadows of isolation and rediscover the strength that comes from community, support, and friendship. Building self-worth is one of the most profound journeys you can undertake in life. It's about recognizing your inherent value and embracing who you are at your core. Too often we look outward for validation, relying on the opinions of others to define our worth. But the truth is, real self-worth comes from within. It's an internal compass that guides us, reminding us that we are deserving of love, respect, and success simply because we exist. The first step in building self-worth is acknowledging your unique qualities and strengths. Every individual brings something special to the table, a combination of experiences, talents, and perspectives that can't be replicated. Take the time to reflect on what makes you you. What are your passions? What achievements, big or small, have you accomplished? Recognize that these elements contribute to your individuality and worth. Yet it's crucial to understand that self-worth isn't tied to external accomplishments or societal standards. Many people fall into the trap of equating their worth with their job title, income, or the approval of others. This mindset can be toxic and misleading. The reality is that your value isn't diminished by setbacks or failures. Life is a series of ups and downs, and your worth remains constant regardless of your current circumstances. Embrace the notion that you are enough, just as you are, flaws and all. Building self-worth also requires confronting and dismantling the negative beliefs that have been ingrained in us over time. Many of us carry the weight of past criticisms and rejections, often internalizing these messages and allowing them to shape our self-image. It's time to challenge those limiting beliefs. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations that uplift and empower you. Remind yourself daily that you are worthy of happiness, success, and love. Moreover, surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting individuals is crucial. The people we spend time with can significantly impact how we view ourselves. Seek out relationships that encourage you, that celebrate your victories, and that provide comfort during tough times. In a supportive environment, you are more likely to flourish and recognize your worth. On the flip side, it's important to distance yourself from toxic relationships that drain your energy and undermine your self-esteem. Engaging in self-care is another vital aspect of building self-worth. When you prioritize your well-being mentally, physically, and emotionally, you send a powerful message to yourself that you are deserving of care and respect. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, pursuing hobbies, or simply taking time to relax, self-care nurtures your spirit and reinforces your self-worth. It's about treating yourself with the kindness you would offer a dear friend. As you cultivate self-worth, it's also essential to celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step you take toward embracing your value is a victory. Acknowledge your efforts and reflect on how far you've come. This practice helps reinforce a positive self-image and encourages you to continue striving for growth and self-acceptance. Building self-worth is an ongoing journey, one that requires patience and commitment. Life will present challenges that may test your sense of self, but remember that you possess the strength to rise above them. You are worthy of all the good things life has to offer, and that worth is intrinsic to who you are. In moments of doubt, return to the core belief that you are enough. Embrace your uniqueness, cherish your journey, and let your self-worth guide you. When you stand firm in your value, you'll find that the world opens up in ways you never imagined. You'll attract positive relationships, pursue your passions with confidence, and navigate life's challenges with resilience. So take a stand for yourself. Believe in your worth, because you truly are a magnificent creation deserving of every opportunity to shine. Seeking new relationships is not just about expanding your social circle, it's a journey of self-discovery, growth, and connection. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the possibilities that lie beyond the familiar. In a world that often feels isolating, the act of reaching out can be transformative, providing not only companionship, but also new perspectives and opportunities. When you decide to seek new relationships, it begins with a willingness to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but it's actually one of the greatest strengths you can possess. It takes courage to open yourself up to others, to share your true self, and to allow them to see the person behind the facade. This act of vulnerability fosters authentic connections, creating bonds built on trust and understanding. It's essential to remember that everyone you meet is navigating their own struggles, and by being open, you encourage them to do the same. Exploring new relationships also involves a shift in mindset. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to you, take the initiative to seek them out. This could mean joining local clubs, attending community events, or even engaging in online groups that align with your interests. Each of these avenues is a gateway to meet like-minded individuals who share your passions and values. You never know who you might encounter or how a simple conversation could lead to a meaningful connection. When you put yourself out there, it's vital to approach each interaction with an open heart and mind. Be curious about the people you meet, ask questions, listen intently, and show genuine interest in their stories. Everyone has something unique to offer, and by embracing this diversity, you enrich your own life. The connections you forge in these moments can lead to friendships that enhance your journey and provide support during tough times. However, seeking new relationships is not just about quantity, it's about quality. It's tempting to rush into numerous connections, but the most fulfilling relationships often take time to develop. Focus on nurturing a few meaningful connections rather than spreading yourself too thin. Take the time to understand each person's unique qualities and what they bring to your life. This intentionality will lead to deeper, more enriching relationships that stand the test of time. It's also essential to recognize that not every attempt at forming a new relationship will be successful, and that's okay. Rejection can sting, but it's a natural part of the process. Not every connection will resonate, and that's a reflection of compatibility, not your worth. Embrace the lessons learned from each interaction, and remember that each step you take brings you closer to finding those who truly understand and appreciate you. As you seek new relationships, it's important to maintain a sense of authenticity. Be true to yourself, and don't feel pressure to mold into someone you're not. Genuine connections are built on honesty, and the right people will appreciate you for who you are. When you embrace your authentic self, you attract those who resonate with your values and spirit, creating relationships that are both rewarding and enriching. Lastly, make a commitment to invest in these new relationships. Building meaningful connections takes effort and time. Be proactive in reaching out, planning get-togethers, and checking in on your new friends. Show them that you care and that you value their presence in your life. These small gestures of kindness can go a long way in solidifying your bond and ensuring that your relationships continue to grow. In a world where disconnection often prevails, seeking new relationships is a powerful act of courage. It's about opening yourself up to the beauty of human connection and recognizing that every person you meet has the potential to enrich your life in ways you never imagined. Embrace this journey with an open heart, and you'll discover the profound impact that relationships can have on your overall happiness and fulfillment. Step forward, take that leap, and remember the world is filled with extraordinary individuals waiting to be part of your story. Embracing vulnerability is one of the most courageous steps you can take in life. It means opening yourself up to the world, exposing your true self, and allowing others to see not just your strengths, but also your fears, insecurities, and imperfections. In a society that often equates vulnerability with weakness, it takes a bold spirit to challenge that narrative and recognize vulnerability as a profound source of strength and connection. At its core, vulnerability is about authenticity. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you invite others to do the same. This creates an environment where genuine connections can flourish. It's in those raw moments when we share our fears, our dreams, and our struggles that we build deep, meaningful relationships. When you share your story, you find that others resonate with your experiences, often revealing their own vulnerabilities in response. This exchange fosters empathy and understanding, allowing you to connect on a level that goes beyond surface interactions. However, embracing vulnerability is not without its challenges. It requires you to confront the fear of judgment and rejection. Many of us have experienced moments where we felt exposed only to be met with criticism or indifference. These experiences can create a wall around our hearts, making us hesitant to let anyone in. Yet it's essential to understand that the risk of vulnerability is far outweighed by the rewards it brings. The connections forged through vulnerability often lead to profound relationships that enrich our lives, providing support and comfort during difficult times. Recognizing the transformative power of vulnerability can be life-changing. It allows you to break free from the confines of perfectionism and societal expectations. In a world that often celebrates success and achievement, embracing your flaws and acknowledging your struggles is a powerful act of self-acceptance. It sends a message that you are enough just as you are. You don't have to wear a mask or pretend to be someone you're not. When you embrace your true self, you encourage others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity. Moreover, vulnerability is a catalyst for personal growth. When you expose yourself to the world, you open the door to new experiences and insights. You may discover strengths you never knew you had, or confront fears that have held you back for too long. This process of self-discovery can be uncomfortable, but it is also incredibly liberating. As you learn to navigate your vulnerabilities, you gain resilience and a deeper understanding of yourself. One of the most significant aspects of embracing vulnerability is the importance of self-compassion. It's easy to be harsh on ourselves, especially when we feel vulnerable. However, treating ourselves with kindness and understanding is essential. Acknowledge that everyone has vulnerabilities and that it's okay to be imperfect. By practicing self-compassion, you create a safe space within yourself to explore your emotions and experiences without judgment. In seeking relationships, vulnerability is the bridge that connects hearts. When you show your true self, you attract those who appreciate authenticity. These connections are often more profound and meaningful than those built on pretense. They provide a sense of belonging, a realization that you are not alone in your struggles. Together, you can navigate life's challenges, supporting each other through the highs and lows. To embrace vulnerability fully, consider taking small steps. Start by sharing something personal with someone you trust. It could be a fear, a dream, or a past experience that has shaped you. Notice how it feels to express that part of yourself. You might be surprised by the warmth and understanding you receive in return. Gradually, as you become more comfortable with vulnerability, you can extend it to new relationships and experiences. Remember, vulnerability is not a destination, but a continuous journey. It requires ongoing practice and patience. As you learn to embrace your vulnerabilities, you'll find that they become less intimidating and more empowering. You'll begin to see them as opportunities for connection and growth rather than sources of fear. In a world that often promotes a facade of strength and perfection, embracing vulnerability is a radical act of bravery. It's about being real, being human, and recognizing that true strength lies in our ability to be open and honest about who we are. So step into that space of vulnerability with confidence. Allow yourself to be seen, and you will discover the profound connections, growth, and joy that await you on the other side. Embrace your vulnerability and let it guide you to a life filled with authenticity, connection, and fulfillment. The phrase quality over quantity resonates deeply in various aspects of life, but it holds a particularly powerful message when it comes to relationships. In a world dominated by social media and fast-paced interactions, it's easy to get caught up in the numbers, how many friends we have, how many likes our posts receive, or how many likes our posts survive, or how many events we attend. However, true fulfillment and connection come not from the sheer volume of our relationships, but from the depth and authenticity of the connections we cultivate. When we prioritize quality over quantity, we shift our focus from accumulating acquaintances to nurturing meaningful bonds. This mindset encourages us to invest our time and energy in relationships that truly matter. Imagine the difference between having 100 superficial connections and a handful of deep, meaningful friendships. The latter offers emotional support, understanding, and a sense of belonging that cannot be replicated by a larger network of acquaintances. Building quality relationships begins with intentionality. It requires us to seek out individuals who resonate with our values, interests, and aspirations. Instead of spreading ourselves thin by trying to connect with everyone, we should focus on cultivating a few significant relationships that enrich our lives. This doesn't mean shutting ourselves off from new people. Rather, it's about approaching new connections with a discerning eye, seeking depth over surface-level interactions. As we cultivate these deeper connections, it's essential to be present and engaged. Quality relationships thrive on genuine communication and shared experiences. Listening actively and being fully present during conversations fosters trust and understanding. When we give our undivided attention to others, we signal that we value them and their thoughts. This active presence lays the groundwork for authentic relationships, where individuals feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Moreover, prioritizing quality over quantity encourages us to embrace vulnerability. In a world that often promotes a facade of perfection, opening up to others can feel risky. Yet true connection is forged in the moments when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. By sharing our fears, dreams, and struggles, we create a space for others to do the same. This mutual exchange of vulnerability strengthens the bonds we share, fostering empathy and deepening our understanding of one another. It's also important to recognize that quality relationships require effort and maintenance. Just as a garden needs regular care to flourish, so too do our friendships. This means being proactive in reaching out, checking in, and investing time in the people we care about. Whether it's planning a coffee date, sending a thoughtful message, or simply being there during tough times, these gestures of love and support solidify the foundation of quality relationships. When we embrace the philosophy of quality over quantity, we also learn to appreciate the beauty of solitude. There's a misconception that being alone equates to loneliness. In truth, solitude can be a powerful time for self-reflection and growth. When we understand our own needs and desires, we become more equipped to cultivate relationships that align with our true selves. This inner work enriches our connections, ensuring that the relationships we form are genuine reflections of who we are. The impact of prioritizing quality relationships extends beyond our personal lives. It influences our overall well-being. Studies have shown that meaningful connections contribute to lower stress levels, improve mental health, and even increase longevity. When we surround ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us, we create a support system that nurtures our growth and resilience. This positive environment encourages us to pursue our passions and aspirations, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling life. In a world that often glorifies superficial connections, embracing the principle of quality over quantity is a bold statement. It signifies a commitment to living authentically and valuing the relationships that enrich our lives. By focusing on meaningful connections, we cultivate a rich tapestry of relationships that provide emotional support, encouragement, and joy. So take a moment to evaluate the relationships in your life. Are they enriching your experience, or are they simply filling space? Seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who resonate with your values. Invest in those relationships with intention and care, and you'll discover that true fulfillment lies not in the number of connections you have, but in the depth of the bonds you create. Embrace this mindset and watch as your life transforms, filled with relationships that are not only meaningful, but also profoundly rewarding. Quality over quantity is not just a principle, it's a way of life that leads to genuine happiness and connection. The gift of listening is one of the most profound and transformative skills we can cultivate in our lives. In a world where noise and distraction often drown out meaningful conversation, the ability to truly listen has become a rare and invaluable asset. Listening goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves engaging fully with another person, understanding their emotions, and validating their experiences. When we embrace the gift of listening, we not only deepen our relationships, but also foster a sense of connection and understanding that can heal and uplift. At its essence, listening is an act of love. When we take the time to listen to someone, we are saying, "Your thoughts and feelings matter to me." This acknowledgement creates a safe space for vulnerability and authenticity. Many people are walking around with burdens that weigh heavily on their hearts, and sometimes all they need is for someone to truly hear them. By practicing active listening, we offer a refuge where they can share their struggles, dreams, and fears without judgment. To be an effective listener, we must first be present. This means setting aside distractions, putting away our phones, turning off the TV, and giving the speaker our undivided attention. In those moments of focused attention, we communicate that the person speaking is a priority. The simple act of maintaining eye contact and nodding can convey understanding and encouragement, making the speaker feel valued and heard. When we listen with intent, we create an environment where genuine dialogue can flourish. Furthermore, effective listening requires empathy. It's about not just hearing the words being spoken, but also grasping the emotions behind them. This involves tuning in to nonverbal cues, facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. These subtle signals often convey more than words ever could. By approaching conversations with empathy, we can respond in ways that resonate with the speaker's feelings, offering comfort and validation. Listening also means resisting the urge to jump in with advice or solutions immediately. While our instinct may be to fix problems, often people simply want to feel heard. They want the space to express their emotions without being interrupted or judged. By practicing patience and allowing them to share their story in their own time, we create a deeper connection. After they finish expressing themselves, we can then offer support or advice if appropriate, but only if they're seeking it. In cultivating the gift of listening, we also enhance our own emotional intelligence. The more we engage with others on a deeper level, the more we learn about ourselves and the world around us. Listening teaches us to appreciate different perspectives and experiences, broadening our understanding of humanity. It encourages compassion and fosters a sense of community. In a time when division seems rampant, listening becomes a bridge that connects us, reminding us that, at our core, we all share similar hopes, fears, and dreams. Additionally, the gift of listening is not just beneficial for those we listen to, it also enriches our own lives. When we create a culture of listening, we open ourselves up to valuable insights and wisdom. We learn from the stories and experiences of others, gaining perspectives we may have never considered. This exchange of ideas fosters growth, creativity, and innovation. It reminds us that no one has all the answers and that we can always learn from one another. Moreover, listening can have a profound impact on our mental health. Engaging in deep, meaningful conversations allows us to express our own thoughts and feelings. When we feel heard and understood, it alleviates feelings of isolation and loneliness. We experience a sense of belonging, which is vital for our emotional well-being. As we nurture relationships built on genuine listening, we create a supportive network that enhances our overall quality of life. Finally, let's not underestimate the ripple effect of the gift of listening. When we model attentive listening, we inspire others to do the same. This creates a culture of connection where people feel empowered to share and express themselves. In this environment, empathy flourishes, misunderstandings decrease, and relationships deepen. The impact can be far-reaching, transforming not just individual interactions, but entire communities. In conclusion, the gift of listening is a powerful tool that can change lives. It is an invitation to connect on a deeper level, to offer support and understanding, and to foster empathy and compassion. By embracing this gift, we not only enrich the lives of those around us, but also cultivate our own personal growth and well-being. So let us commit to being better listeners, to engaging fully in the conversations we share, and to valuing the stories of others. In doing so, we create a world where everyone feels heard, understood, and valued, a world where the simple act of listening can lead to profound transformation. Letting go of toxicity is a profound act of self-preservation and empowerment. It's about recognizing the negative influences in our lives, whether they come from relationships, environments, or even our own thoughts, and making the conscious decision to release them. This journey isn't easy. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to prioritize our well-being. However, the transformation that comes from letting go of toxicity can lead to a more fulfilling and authentic life. At the heart of this process is the understanding that we deserve to surround ourselves with positivity and support. Toxic relationships can manifest in many forms: friends who belittle us, partners who manipulate us, or family members who drain our energy. These connections can erode our self-esteem and sense of worth, leading us to question our value. Acknowledging that we are worthy of respect and kindness is the first step in breaking free from these harmful dynamics. The journey of letting go often begins with self-reflection. It's crucial to assess our relationships and environments honestly. Ask yourself, do these connections uplift me, or do they bring me down? Are my interactions filled with joy and support, or do they leave me feeling drained and anxious? This introspection may reveal uncomfortable truths, but it's a necessary part of the healing process. The goal is not to judge ourselves harshly, but to recognize patterns that no longer serve us. Once we've identified toxic influences, the next step is to set boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting our emotional and mental well-being. They serve as a shield against negativity and provide a framework for healthy relationships. Communicating our boundaries may feel daunting, especially if we fear confrontation or disappointment. However, it's essential to remember that healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and understanding. By asserting our needs, we signal to others that we value ourselves and our well-being. Letting go of toxicity also involves a significant amount of emotional work. It's natural to feel guilt or sadness when distancing ourselves from people we've known for a long time. These emotions can weigh heavily on our hearts, but it's crucial to recognize that letting go does not mean we don't care. It means we are prioritizing our mental health and happiness. Understand that it's okay to grieve these relationships. It's a sign that you value the connection. Embrace those feelings, but don't allow them to hold you back. As we move through the process of letting go, we must also confront our own toxic patterns. Sometimes the most toxic relationship we have is with ourselves. Negative self-talk, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs can be incredibly damaging, preventing us from living our fullest lives. Challenge these thoughts and replace them with affirmations of worth and capability. Embrace self-compassion and treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. This internal shift is just as crucial as releasing external toxic influences. Once we've made the decision to let go, it's time to create space for positivity and growth. This is not just about what we're leaving behind, it's also about what we're inviting into our lives. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, support you, and challenge you to be your best self. Seek out communities that resonate with your values and passions. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you fill your life with positive influences, you create a fertile ground for personal growth and happiness. It's also essential to understand that letting go is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time event, but a continuous journey of growth and transformation. As we evolve, we may encounter new toxic influences that require our attention. Regularly checking in with ourselves and our relationships allows us to stay aligned with our values and aspirations. Embrace this process with grace and patience, knowing that it's part of your journey toward a more authentic life. Furthermore, as we let go of toxicity, we often discover a newfound strength and resilience within ourselves. The act of prioritizing our well-being is empowering. It reminds us that we have the agency to shape our lives. Each step we take toward releasing negativity reinforces our self-worth and ability to create the life we desire. This newfound strength becomes a beacon, guiding us toward healthier relationships and opportunities that align with our true selves. Finally, letting go of toxicity opens the door to deeper connections with ourselves and others. As we shed what no longer serves us, we create space for authentic relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. These connections enrich our lives, providing support and joy as we navigate the complexities of life. The more we embrace positivity, the more we attract individuals who align with our values, creating a powerful network of encouragement and inspiration. In conclusion, letting go of toxicity is an act of courage and love both for ourselves and for those we choose to surround ourselves with. It's a journey that requires self-reflection, boundary setting, and emotional resilience. By prioritizing our well-being and embracing positivity, we reclaim our power and create a life filled with meaningful connections. Letting go may be challenging, but the rewards, inner peace, authenticity, and joy are immeasurable. So take that step, trust in the process, and embrace the beautiful journey of letting go. Your future self will thank you. Investing time and effort is one of the most powerful commitments you can make in your life. It's about recognizing that the most valuable resources we have are not monetary, but rather the moments we choose to spend and the energy we dedicate to the people, passions, and goals that truly matter to us. In a fast-paced world filled with distractions and fleeting trends, taking the time to focus on what's important can be a transformative act that leads to deeper connections, personal growth, and a more fulfilling life. At the core of investing time and effort is the understanding that meaningful relationships require nurturing. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, watering and providing nutrients, we must do the same with our relationships. Whether it's family, friends, or romantic partners, the act of intentionally spending quality time together strengthens bonds and builds trust. It's the small moments, a shared meal, a heartfelt conversation, or simply being present with one another that lay the foundation for lasting connections. When you prioritize these interactions, you create a sense of belonging and community that enriches both your life and the lives of those around you. Moreover, investing time and effort is not limited to our relationships, it extends to our own personal development. In a world that often values instant gratification, the journey of self-improvement requires patience and perseverance. Whether you're pursuing a new skill, advancing your career, or embarking on a fitness journey, the key to success lies in consistent effort. Each day presents an opportunity to invest in yourself, whether through learning, practicing, or reflecting. This commitment to growth is what propels you forward, turning aspirations into achievements. It's about understanding that progress may be slow, but every step you take is a building block toward your goals. As you invest in your personal growth, it's essential to adopt a mindset of resilience. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt along the way. However, viewing these challenges as opportunities for growth is crucial. Every difficulty you encounter teaches you something valuable, shaping you into a stronger and more capable individual. Embrace the process and remember that true transformation takes time. The effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow, even if you can't see the results immediately. Additionally, investing time and effort also means prioritizing self-care. In our quest to achieve goals and foster relationships, we often neglect our own needs. It's vital to carve out time for self-reflection, relaxation, and rejuvenation. When we take care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically, we're better equipped to give to others. This investment in self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It allows us to recharge, gain clarity, and maintain a positive outlook. When we are at our best, we can show up fully for the people and pursuits that matter most to us. Furthermore, investing time and effort in our passions is essential for a fulfilling life. Often we get caught up in our daily responsibilities and forget to make time for what brings us joy. Engaging in activities that ignite our passions not only enhances our well-being, but also fuels our creativity and motivation. Whether it's painting, writing, volunteering, or pursuing a hobby, these pursuits enrich our lives and provide a sense of purpose. When we dedicate time to what we love, we tap into a wellspring of inspiration that can positively influence every aspect of our lives. In the context of career and professional development, investing time and effort is paramount. Success rarely happens overnight. It's the result of hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn and adapt. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, starting a business, or honing your craft, the time you invest in developing your skills and building your network is invaluable. Take the initiative to seek out mentorship, attend workshops, and continuously educate yourself. Each effort you make contributes to your professional growth, opening doors to new opportunities and experiences. Let's not forget that investing time and effort is a two-way street. While it's essential to pour your energy into relationships and personal pursuits, it's equally important to recognize and appreciate the investments made by others. Acknowledge the efforts of friends, family, and colleagues. Express gratitude and reciprocate their commitment to the relationship. When we honor the time and effort of those around us, we foster an environment of mutual respect and support, strengthening the bonds that connect us. As you navigate your journey of investing time and effort, keep in mind that it's a lifelong endeavor. Life will inevitably change and priorities will shift. Being flexible and adaptable is key to maintaining your focus on what truly matters. Regularly reassess your goals, relationships, and passions. Are they still aligned with your values? Are you dedicating enough time and effort to what brings you fulfillment? This practice of self-evaluation ensures that you remain intentional in your choices, allowing you to stay true to yourself and your aspirations. In conclusion, investing time and effort is a powerful commitment to living a life of purpose, connection, and growth. It's about recognizing that the moments we spend and the energy we dedicate shape our experiences and relationships. By prioritizing meaningful connections, embracing personal development, and nurturing our passions, we create a rich tapestry of fulfillment and joy. This journey may require sacrifice and perseverance, but the rewards, deep relationships, personal achievements, and a sense of purpose are worth every ounce of effort. So step into this commitment with confidence, knowing that each investment you make today paves the way for a brighter and more meaningful tomorrow. The journey to belonging is one of the most profound experiences we can embark on in our lives. It's a quest for connection, understanding, and a sense of being valued in a community or environment. In a world that can often feel isolating and fragmented, the desire to belong resonates deeply within us all. This journey is not merely about finding a group of people, it's about cultivating relationships that nurture our identity and make us feel at home within ourselves and with others. At the heart of this journey is the realization that belonging begins with self-acceptance. Before we can seek connection with others, we must first embrace who we are, with all our strengths and vulnerabilities. This means acknowledging our uniqueness, including our quirks, passions, and imperfections. Accepting ourselves lays the groundwork for genuine relationships. When we honor our true selves, we exude a confidence that attracts others, creating opportunities for authentic connections. As we navigate the journey to belonging, it's essential to seek out spaces where we feel safe to express ourselves. This could be a group of friends, a community organization, or even a creative outlet where our voices are heard and valued. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us is crucial. These relationships cultivate a sense of security and understanding, allowing us to share our thoughts and experiences without fear of judgment. When we find ourselves in an environment where we feel accepted, the journey to belonging becomes less daunting and more enriching. Building these connections often requires vulnerability. It means opening up about our fears, dreams, and struggles, even when it feels uncomfortable. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength that fosters intimacy and trust. When we share our authentic selves with others, we invite them to do the same. This reciprocity creates a bond that transcends superficial interactions, allowing us to experience the profound depth of human connection. Embracing vulnerability can be challenging, but it's a necessary step toward forming relationships that are meaningful and lasting. The journey to belonging also involves confronting our fears of rejection and failure. It's natural to worry about how we'll be perceived or whether we'll fit in. However, we must recognize that these fears often stem from past experiences or societal expectations. To truly belong, we must be willing to take risks, whether it's joining a new group, expressing our opinions, or reaching out to someone we admire. Each step we take in overcoming these fears opens the door to new relationships and experiences that can profoundly shape our lives. As we invest in our journey, it's essential to practice patience. Belonging is not an overnight achievement, it's a gradual process that unfolds over time. It requires consistent effort as we actively engage with others and nurture our connections. There will be moments of doubt, times when we feel disconnected or out of place. These experiences are part of the journey. Embrace them as opportunities to learn and grow. Each step back can lead to a leap forward in understanding ourselves and our place in the world. Moreover, it's vital to recognize that belonging is a two-way street. Just as we seek connection, we must also be willing to extend our hands to others. This means being open to building relationships and offering support to those around us. When we actively contribute to our communities through acts of kindness, listening, or sharing our experiences, we create an environment where others feel valued and included. This sense of reciprocity strengthens our bonds and fosters a culture of belonging that benefits everyone involved. In addition to nurturing our relationships, the journey to belonging often involves exploring our passions and interests. Engaging in activities that resonate with us helps us connect with like-minded individuals who share our values and aspirations. Whether it's joining a book club, participating in sports, or volunteering for a cause we care about, these experiences can lead us to communities where we truly belong. When we immerse ourselves in our passions, we not only enrich our lives, but also create pathways for authentic connections. As we pursue belonging, it's essential to challenge societal norms and stereotypes that can hinder our sense of connection. The pressure to conform can be overwhelming, leading us to suppress our true selves. It's crucial to embrace diversity in all its forms and recognize that every individual brings unique perspectives and experiences to the table. By celebrating our differences and fostering inclusivity, we create a richer tapestry of belonging that honors the beauty of individuality while strengthening our connections. Ultimately, the journey to belonging is about cultivating a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. It's about finding a community that aligns with our values and aspirations, a place where we can grow, thrive, and contribute. This journey may have its challenges, but the rewards are immeasurable. When we belong, we experience a profound sense of connection that fuels our spirit and inspires us to be our best selves. In conclusion, the journey to belonging is a deeply personal and transformative experience. It begins with self-acceptance, vulnerability, and a willingness to take risks. It flourishes in environments where we feel valued and supported, and it thrives when we extend our hands to others. As we navigate this journey, let us embrace our uniqueness, celebrate our connections, and remain open to the beauty of human relationships. The path to belonging may be winding, but with each step, we move closer to finding our place in the world, a place where we are seen, heard, and celebrated for who we truly are. So, to every woman who feels friendless, know this: your story is not over. The beauty of life lies in its potential for change. Take that first step, reach out, and open your heart. You deserve friendship, love, and companionship. The world is waiting for you to shine.